Hi, good morning. It's kind of early. Let's get this thing running today. Hi, this is not an ad for WD-40. I'm going to show you holes in the exhaust, and I think we need to replace it. Thanks for crawling under here with me. If you take a peek at this exhaust system, it's actually got holes going all the way up the seam, the factory seam where they roll it. The whole thing is just full of holes, and so guess what? We get to put an exhaust system on this car. Yay. So let's just cut it in half since it's crap anyways, and let's get it out of here. That does it. Now get out of here. Okay. One exhaust system removed. Well, with the exhaust out of the way, that gives us a lot more room. So now we just need to get this heat shield out of the way. If you guys are wondering, the way I have this car set up on jack stands, I have them under the control arms on the front. And yeah, normally what you do is just pull the shocks on the bottom and the sway bar end links, and that'd give you enough room with the axle drooping to get the exhaust out in one piece. But for us, that wasn't an option. It's just going in the garbage. And so, yeah. Anyways, let's get to work on getting this heat shield out of here. Hello, Mr. Shield. Time for you to leave. Hi. Alright, we're going to remove the other heat shield that is for the axle over pipe. Just for fun, because it's right next to the tank, you know, make life a little easier, and I don't want to bend it, and oh, okay, let's remove it. Alright, let's get it out of here. Oh, I used to be a lot better at crawling under cars than I am now. Bang on it. It's like a drum. Okay. One, two, I don't know where it went. We'll find it in a minute. How about you? Three, okay. You get out of here. Perfect. So many spider webs on this thing. Can't wait to see the top of it. Well, a few connections and a couple straps, and we should have a gas tank sitting on the ground. Let's get to work on that. Ugh. Yeah. some straps off this thing. Let's try to. Let's see if we can get a gas tank out today. Yeehaw. Okay, one more. Just gotta put that somewhere where it might actually catch something. And let's take another bolt out. Hope we don't get a gas tank in the face. That's fine. I can stay right there. Okay, let's see if that holds. Nope, that didn't hold shit. All right, let's get this strap out. There we go. That's kind of holding something now. Sweet. All right. Let's just work this thing down with a jack. Maybe. The gas tank's out. Let's go look at everything else I had to do to get it out. Come on. Come on. I've pulled a few of these gas tanks in my time, but it's been a while, and I know why. I know why I don't volunteer myself for this. Okay, there is. Look, there's no springs left. Shocks are disconnected. Tires are on the ground. To get the axle low enough to get an angle to where the tank would come out. I didn't pull that spring, but I probably will when I put it back together. Anyways, so basically, remove the axle. Just take it out. Yeah, it takes a little bit more time, but then you don't have to swear as much as I just did. And if your kids hear you, they're going to question you as an adult. So let's go look at the gas tank. And here's the tank. That neck took a hell of a beating getting out of there. It ain't broke, but man, it got its butt kicked. And so I think the neck ain't very straight either, but figure that out when we put it back in the car. Anyways, let's pull the sending unit. Better. Service, clean car, honey. Alright, sending unit. Let's go. Sweet. Sending unit removed. Sending units back in. Tank's empty this time. I was going to use some of this gas, but after looking at it for a while, seeing how cloudy it was, it's over there now. And I'll have to get rid of that. So we're putting it empty. We're gonna put new gas in it. Just because I didn't want to have problems and have to take this out again. Because I'd rather sell the car. Anyways, let's put it back in. Hopefully this goes in about twice as hard as it came out. That'd be nice. Thanks, then. And now, you put gas in it. This is my friend. He's gonna hold the funnel up for me. Does a really good job. Does it every time I ask him to. So, really cool guy. He's taking steps to make me better. So, but let's throw some gas in this thing, and also spill it everywhere. What do you guys think? Is it gonna start? I really hope so. Let's find out. That's better. Yeah, I know who was sitting in here last, and it wasn't me. You guys ready? By the way, this also needs a starter. Right? Look at that. She runs. It actually sounds pretty good considering. But we were checking this thing out real quick after we got it fired up, and we got one big problem we got to take care of. So if you look under here, that's a lot of oil coming off from the engine. So let's figure that out. Guys, a new oil pressure sensor is installed. Let's see if we can take a peek at it. That looks a lot nicer, and it's not leaking oil. Well, let's go take this thing for a drive, shall we? Look, it moves! Hi. You probably want to know how this thing did on its maiden voyage. The transmission's bad. And by bad, I mean it doesn't have first. I mean, it has first, and it also tries to engage in like second at the same time, I'm pretty sure. And so technically, I know we have second, maybe we have third, I don't know. Fourth possibility, didn't go fast enough. It also tries to go forward in neutral, that's cool. And it basically locks up in reverse. It's also trying to go forward in reverse. And so I can tell you without a doubt that this transmission it's bad. It's really bad. And so it's gonna need to be replaced. And unfortunately, that might not be something that we're doing on this show, to be honest with you. To be honest, I recently left a position at work, and it's gonna change my life a little bit. And I'm gonna try my best to keep up with this show for a while, but it may not be the priority in my life for the moment. Never thought this would be anything that never was like a career. I just do this for fun. I'm just trying to have fun. But just know that next week we are gonna be working on the Chevelle again. Gonna try to get that car going. That is the goal. And I got time, so let's do it. But anyways, mostly it's about the money. So just trying to be good with money for a while, which means probably spending money on cars like this that we don't actually know if we're gonna keep is probably not a good idea. And so we're probably gonna cut the Firebird loose. I know, some of you probably like this car, but unfortunately, I don't think we were actually gonna keep it anyways. And so, coming up in the future, Chevelle's coming back. This next week, we're gonna slap the motor back together and we are gonna fire this thing up. And that is what we're gonna do. So look forward to that one. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, whatever you want to do. And I'll see you guys soon on the next episode of the Idaho Man Cave Show. Thanks.